Welcome to Fuerteventura. This Canary island off the coast of Morocco is known for its stunning, expansive beaches and is a destination filled with sunshine. But it's certainly not just a sun destination. There is so much more to discover and experience on this island. From volcanic landscapes and cliffs to picturesque villages, you'll find it on this island. In this video, I'll take you to the most beautiful spots on the island. Enjoy and let yourself be inspired. I visited the island in January, enjoying 5 days of sunshine and beautiful landscapes. From the airport, I drove straight into the town of Puerto del Rosario, where it quickly became clear that you can have a wonderful beach holiday here in winter. Located on the east side of the island, it is the island's capital, with a population of nearly 40,000. The vibrant city was founded in 1800 as a port for exporting soda and grain. Today, it is mainly used for recreational boating and as a docking point for cruise ships. You'll also find several old lime kilns from the 19th century. Although they are no longer in use, they are now home to many squirrels that can be found all over the island. From the capital, I drive north to stay in the village of Villaverde. On the way, I stop at Las Dunas de Corralejo, one of the most beautiful natural areas on Fuerteventura. It's known for its spectacular sand dunes that merge into miles of beaches, creating a unique, desert-like landscape that meets the Atlantic Ocean. After dropping off my belongings at the apartment, I get ready for a beautiful hike through the Barranco Encantado. This literally means the enchanted ravine, and is a hidden gem in the island's interior. It is particularly famous for its impressive geological formations and mysterious atmosphere. The fossilized walls with their rugged shapes, desert plants, and lunar landscape make this a perfect hike. Since it's one of the island's lesser-known spots, you'll hardly encounter anyone, giving you the chance to walk through this stunning landscape entirely on your own. The route is about 6 kilometers long and relatively flat, making it very accessible for most people. The landscape around Villaverde is perfect for starting the morning with a climb up one of the many volcanoes. I begin my day with a hike to Volcán de la Arena. This relatively easy-to-climb volcano, with an elevation gain of around 160 meters, offers stunning panoramic views of the surrounding landscape and the crater itself. A circular route of about 8 kilometers around the volcano also takes you to the nearby smaller volcano, Montaña de los Altos, located on the edge of the village. Climbing this volcano provides equally beautiful views of Volcán de la Arena and the village. It's a small but stunning volcano, almost entirely intact, standing out beautifully in the surrounding volcanic landscape. Next to Villaverde lies La Oliva, a village that has preserved the charm of an old Canarian town with whitewashed buildings and cobblestone streets. At its center stands one of its main landmarks, an 18th century church dedicated to the patron saint of the Canary Islands. The tower contrasts beautifully with the rest of the white building, as it is made of dark volcanic stone. The interior is simple, but the pillars and the stunning Mudéjar-style ceiling make it an impressive sight. I drive south to explore the heart of the island. In the northern mountain landscape, I stop at the Vallebrón viewpoint and the Monumento, a Miguel de Unamuno, a writer and philosopher who was exiled to the island by the Spanish government due to his political views. It's a remote place that is hard to reach, which makes it all the more special. From the inland, I head to the coastal village of Puerto de los Molinos. With little tourism, it is a hidden gem on the island's west coast. The tranquil atmosphere, white houses, and towering waves make it the perfect place to enjoy peace and the rugged coastline. The name of the town literally means Little Harbor of the Mills, as the area used to have many windmills that were used for grinding grain. Some of these beautiful structures can still be found nearby. At the top of the cliffs in the village, you'll find one of the best preserved gambuesas on the island, an old traditional stone structure once used to gather and protect goats and sheep. Although the island is now mostly known as a tourist destination, its agricultural culture has never completely disappeared. Today, the focus is primarily on preserving traditional products. I dive deeper into the island's history and visit Betancuria, the island's former capital. This town is considered the oldest settlement on the island, founded in 1404 by the Norman conqueror Jean de Betancourt, who claimed the island on behalf of the Spanish crown. He chose this location for its natural protection. The valley's inland position made it less vulnerable to pirate attacks. The old buildings surrounded by palm trees make it one of the most charming villages on Fuerteventura. It offers insight into the island's history, not only from the Spanish conquest, but also from earlier times. North of the town, you'll find two enormous statues of Guys and Ayos. According to legend, they were the last two indigenous kings of the island before its conquest in the 15th century. The statues overlook the island, symbolizing its cultural heritage, the struggle of the original inhabitants, and the beginning of colonization. It's a stunning town in the heart of the island, one you definitely shouldn't miss during your trip. From this beautiful village, I continue driving through the mountains along the F530, a scenic mountain route, and one of the most stunning roads on the island. It offers breathtaking views of the rugged landscape, with many viewpoints where you can stop and take in the scenery. Just before night falls, I climb a second volcano, Caldera de Gayria. It's a short hike near the village of Tiscamanita. The 2-kilometer trail takes you to the center of the crater, a perfect spot to watch the last rays of the sun disappear into the sea. Another day, another volcano. On day 3, I start with a climb to one of the most touristy volcanoes on the island, Calderón Hondo. Located near the village of Lajares, the approximately 6-kilometer route around the volcano is the most accessible for most people. At around 50,000 years old, this dormant volcano is one of the best preserved craters on the island. The large crater, with a diameter of about 300 meters, offers stunning views of the surrounding volcanic area, making it a place that gives you an almost otherworldly feeling. Today, I explore the southeast side of the island and make my first stop at one of the most beautiful beaches on the island, Playa del Castillo. Located in a popular tourist area, this vast sandy beach is a great place to enjoy the sun, but also a location to spot dromedaries. A bit further south lies the small picturesque village of Puerto Negro, a lovely base to explore the coast, nature, and the surrounding area in peace. In the valley of Puerto Negro, formed by lava flows, lies an archaeological site of an ancient village. Around 200 people are believed to have lived here after it was built about 1,000 years ago by the Majos, an indigenous population who inhabited the island before the Spanish arrived. The village mainly consisted of round ovens and stone houses with walls that featured a unique design for that time. The natural viewpoint offers a fascinating look at the ancient village and was once used to monitor the area and detect potential enemies. It is freely accessible and a very special place that provides greater insight into the island's original inhabitants, the Majos. Perhaps the most remarkable building on the island is Faro de la Entallada. This iconic structure not only stands out for its unique architecture, but also for its spectacular location on steep cliffs, about 185 meters above sea level. It offers breathtaking views of the coastline and the Atlantic Ocean. The building was inaugurated in 1953 and features a distinctive Moorish architectural style, combining volcanic stone with white limestone elements. This lighthouse is also the closest point to Africa. Since the distance is still around 100 kilometers, you unfortunately can't see it with the naked eye. From the coast, I head back inland and make a short stop in Tuineje, a small village in the middle of the island. From above, you can clearly see how the green football field stands out against the island's arid landscape. South of Tuineje lies the abandoned village of La Florida. The island is home to many such deserted places, but the number of ruins and the stunning surroundings make this one of the most photogenic spots. In my opinion, the landscape in the southern part of the island is more beautiful than the north, mainly because of the mountains and the more desert-like areas. On my way to Ajui, I stop at Mirador de Sicasumbre, which offers a stunning panoramic view of the impressive landscape. I end the day peacefully, taking in the serene surroundings. For a change, I'm not starting today with a climb to a volcano. Instead, I've traveled to the Jandia Peninsula in the far south of the island. As part of the natural park, you'll find the hike to Pico de la Zarza here. At 807 meters, it's the highest peak on the island. The hike is about 13 kilometers long with an elevation gain of over 650 meters. But it's relatively manageable since most of the trail is well maintained. Due to the lack of shade along the way, it's best to start early in the morning to avoid the heat and blazing sun. At the top, you're rewarded with a breathtaking view of the rugged cliffs beneath your feet and the lower-lying Cofete. For many, this hike is considered one of the best on Fuerteventura. The starting point of the route is located near the popular coastal town of Morro Jable. The large, beautiful beaches and the combination of traditional Canarian culture with modern amenities make this one of the most visited towns on the island. Further west on the peninsula, you'll find Cofete, at the foot of the mountains we just climbed. Although I don't find the place itself particularly remarkable, the spectacular road to get there is definitely worth the visit. And of course, If you love beaches that aren't crowded with tourists, this is the place you'll want to visit. At the westernmost point is Faro de Jandia. This lighthouse, built in 1864, is one of the oldest lighthouses on the Canary Islands. Due to the unpaved roads in this part of the peninsula, this 19-meter high tower is not the easiest to reach, but it is definitely worth the effort. But of course, there are many more beautiful spots on this peninsula, such as Playa de la Barca. The vast sand plains of Jandia flow into the sea, where stunning lagoons form during high tide. This place is also famous for hosting the annual World Windsurfing and Kiteboarding Championship. Thanks to the constant wind and shallow lagoon, it's one of the best places in the world for these sports. The last stop of the day is the unique rock formation Punta Guadalupe. This impressive rock plateau partially extends into the sea, making it a truly special place. Located in a remote area with no facilities, it remains a peaceful spot with very few tourists. A true hidden gem on the island. The wild coastline here offers one of the most beautiful sunsets you'll find on Fuerteventura. With this remarkable rock standing out against the rugged waters, my fourth day comes to an end. Sadly, my final day on the island has already arrived. Before sunrise, I begin my climb up the last volcano, Montaña Escanfraga. At 529 meters, it's the highest volcanic mountain in the northern part of the island. Over time, erosion has worn down the crater, leaving only part of the original structure visible. The route starts in the village of Villaverde, not far from where I'm staying, and covers about 6 kilometers in total. Unfortunately, the clouds block the sunrise, but the sun manages to break through later. Once at the top, I'm rewarded with a stunning panoramic view of the entire northern part of the island. Before heading to the airport, I visit a few more places in the northern part of the island. I start in the village of El Cotillo. It has retained its authentic charm as a traditional fishing village. You won't find large hotels or busy shopping streets here, but instead, cozy local bars and small shops. On the edge of the village, perched on the cliffs, is Castillo del Tostón, a small fortress built around 1740 to defend against pirate attacks. For a small fee, you can visit and climb to the roof, offering both a glimpse into history and a beautiful view of the village. Due to its location near the tourist hub of Corralejo, El Cotillo is a great place to escape the crowds and mass tourism. North of the village lies a unique complex, Faro de Tostón. What makes this lighthouse globally unique is the presence of 3 towers from different periods, all preserved and standing close together. The 2 oldest towers date back to 1879 and 1950, while the 30-meter-high red and white striped tower was inaugurated in 1986. It's a remarkable sight you definitely shouldn't miss when visiting Fuerteventura. With this stunning location, my journey to this beautiful island sadly comes to an end. The volcanic landscapes that make you feel like you've stepped into another world, the rugged cliffs, and the picturesque villages. This island is so much more than just sun and beaches. I hope you've enjoyed discovering this beautiful island, and that I've given you a glimpse of what Fuerteventura has to offer. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and share what you think is the most beautiful part of the island. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of my future travels. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.